In this video, we'll be discussing the TREC Addendum concerning the right to terminate due to lender's appraisal. Keep in mind, this is only for conventional loans. Notice at the top it says, use only if the third-party financing addendum is attached to the contract and the transaction does not involve FHA insured or VA guaranteed financing, and of course cash, because with cash, you're not using a third-party financing addendum. One thing you need to remember is paragraph 2B of the third-party finance addendum. Paragraph 2B mainly says that the property must satisfy the lender's underwriting requirements, which includes the fact that the property must appraise for the contract sales price. If the property does not appraise for the sales price, then the buyer may terminate the contract and the earnest money will be refunded to the buyer. In a market where there are multiple offers and people offering amounts way over list price can often cause problems with appraisals being lower than the contract price. This is why it is important to use the appraisal addendum. Now let's look at paragraph 1. Is where the buyer waives their right to terminate the contract under paragraph 2B of the third-party financing addendum if the property approval is not obtained because the opinion of value in the appraisal does not satisfy the lender's underwriting requirements. Keep in mind, if the lender reduces the amount of the loan due to the opinion of value, the cash portion of sales price is increased by the amount the loan is reduced due to the appraisal. So box 1, you will check this if you have a buyer that wants the property no matter what, and they have plenty of cash to put down and are willing to pay even if the house appraises for less than the contract price. It's almost like giving a blank check to someone. You better be prepared to have any amount written in. For example, if you have a price in the sales contract for $700,000 and the appraisal comes back at $500,000, the buyer will have to bring $200,000 extra to closing. It is very important that buyers fully understand what it means if they check this box. Box 2 is a partial waiver. The buyer waives their right to terminate the contract under paragraph 2B of the third-party financing addendum if the property approval is not obtained because the opinion of value in the appraisal does not satisfy lender's underwriting requirements, and the opinion of value is blank or more. So unlike paragraph 1, it's not given a blank check if the appraised value comes in low. With this paragraph, you're putting a limit on how much you're willing to pay over the appraised value. If the lender reduces the amount of the loan due to the opinion of value, the cash portion of sales price is increased by the amount the loan is reduced due to the appraisal. You need to talk to the lender when deciding what amount to put in this blank. If the property appraises for $10,000 less than the price on the contract, and the buyer has agreed to pay up to that amount, but they have to get the money out of savings, you need to know if this is going to cause them to no longer qualify for the loan. Box 3 is an additional right to terminate. In addition to buyer's right to terminate under paragraph 2B of the third-party financing addendum, buyer may terminate the contract within blank days after the effective date if the appraised value according to the appraisal obtained by the buyer's lender is less than blank, which is usually the contract price, and buyer delivers a copy of the appraisal to the seller. The first blank you need to put however many days it will take to get the appraisal back. It is best to talk to the lender to determine when the appraisal will be complete. In a busy market, often it takes longer for appraisals to be completed. This box is for someone that is putting down a large down payment and does not want to pay any amount higher than what the property appraises for. Anytime someone is putting down 20% or more and the appraisal comes in a little low, the lender will not have a problem with granting the loan. If buyer terminates under this paragraph, the earnest money will be refunded to the buyer. So here's a quick recap. Check box 1, and the buyer may have to bring a lot of money to add to the down payment if the appraisal comes back lower than the contract sales price. Box 2 sets a limit as to how much the buyer will have to add to the down payment, and box 3 gives the most protection if the property does not appraise for the contract price. Keep in mind, now that TREC has created this form, you cannot write in special provisions about the appraisal for a conventional loan. I hope this has helped explain the TREC Addendum concerning the right to terminate due to lender's appraisal. If you like this video, Please like and subscribe to our channel.